Hello, everybody. This is Ian Beckles, and welcome back to In the Trenches. And that's it. It's over. Bucs are done. Am I shocked? No. Am I surprised? Maybe a little bit that they didn't fight. And, Byron Leftwich, Todd Bowles' name is getting thrown out there in the ringer. And listen, when you have a tough season, somebody has to be the scapegoat. Nobody wants to say that Tom Brady can't play anymore, and he can't. He can't. He's not top 32 anymore. He's not, okay? Because go back and watch the film, everybody. Go back and watch the back end of this season and watch how quickly he's getting the ball out of his hand. Watch how few chances he wants to take. You're not going to win a championship with Tom Brady anymore. You could have last year. He was good enough last year. This year, he wasn't good enough. Now, we weren't good enough around him either. Let's get that straight, all right? Go back to our Super Bowl 2 years ago. Literally, the Bucs aren't better in any position than they were 2 years ago, including coaching. So that's you win. It's like coaching versus talent. Okay, coaching's important, but you ain't got talent, you ain't winning. Okay, that's the way it goes, and they're usually synonymous. Now we're gonna talk about coaching today. We're gonna talk about Tom Brady's future. We're gonna talk about their play, obviously yesterday, and obviously the future of this franchise. Because when you talk about pivotal moments, it's pretty darn pivotal right now because this thing can go real south real quick, okay? So let's start off with the whole coaching thing. Peter Report and Rick Stroud came out and said he's already, Bowles is going to be a fine, but Leftwich is going to be fired. Listen, I know the Peter Report, I know Rick Stroud, I have no problem with either one of them, but I have a problem with press that jumps to the gun. Where the hell could they have heard that from? Who knows that other than Jason Light? If Jason Light is going to fire Byron Leftwich and somebody in the organization told those people, they'd be fired. So where the hell did you get that information from? So when you put it out there in the ether and everybody's talking about it, it usually happens. So I'm not a big fan of that. Do I think that he's probably going to fire? Probably. Do I think that he's falling on the sword for a lot of other stuff? Yes, I do. The same guy who was being interviewed last year for a head coaching job, and I believe was actually offered Jacksonville and decided not to take it. So last year he was good enough to be a head coach, and next year he's not good enough to be the offensive coordinator. 2 years ago, he's the best offensive coordinator in the football, and this year he sucks. No, I mean, maybe you don't know football. No, I'm being serious about that. If you watched that game yesterday and you think the problem wasn't Tom Brady, I don't think you understand football. Tom Brady was not good yesterday, people. He was not good. Let's go back to coaching. Everybody thought Dak Prescott played great yesterday. Statistically, he did play great. The Bucs put it on a silver platter. He was throwing to wide open people. We were blitzing 6 people at times, and he stood back there for 5 seconds, and we had 6 people rushing. He ain't great. He played great yesterday. On his touchdown run, 52, I think is Brit. You have one job, is to contain. Why do you think you have to make a play on the other side of the field? Stupid. That's not coaching, people. That's not having the right players, okay? We didn't have the right players. Brady's first interception, you think that was coaching? Anybody? If, let's say, Lamar threw that or Kyler Murray threw that, you would be killing him. That was the worst throw I've seen all year. You tried to throw it away, so you don't have a strong enough arm to throw it out the end zone anymore. I saw you throw it 60 yards earlier. So that's not coaching. The touchdown that Carlton Davis and whoever else was out there, who was supposed to be out there, and they're looking at each other, who's supposed to be out there? You think that's coaching? Todd Bowles came out and said, that's day one installation. That's not coaching, people. You got the wrong people in there. Something happened this year where this team just lost its will. Broken coverages. Dallas is 100% in the red zone. 100% in the red zone. 0 pass rush. All game. All game. Listen, people. You could have Deion Sanders, Darrelle Revis. It don't matter, okay? Ramsey. And if you don't have a pass rush, you will lose. This Buccaneer team is the worst pass rushing team I've seen in a while. Okay? It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm putting it on players. I'm putting it on the organization listen, it was a weird year. They're 8-9. They made the playoffs. It's a weird year. They shouldn't have been in the playoffs. They were a playoff team. They were 8-9 and not a playoff team. So it unfolded. They made the playoffs great. And really, they got exposed yesterday. Dallas is good. Dallas is not that damn good, okay? But the Bucs really haven't been good all year. They really haven't. What weeks, and listen, I put money on the Bucs yesterday to win that game yesterday. You think that was fun to watch? Because I didn't think Dallas was very good. And I'm like, okay, we got Dak Prescott, who's unproven, against Tom Brady at home in playoffs. I felt good about myself. Until Tom Brady threw that interception, 6-0. Even you get a field goal, brother. 6-3, we're in that game. Throw an interception, I'm sure the air went out the stadium. What the hell? Tom Brady's making that mistake since when? Since today. And a lot of things they say, well, this is the first time Tom Brady's ever done this. Every game, it's the first time Tom Brady's done something negatively. And listen, if you listen to this podcast, nobody enjoys watching Tom Brady at his best more than me. He's not there anymore, unfortunately. He's just not, okay? And if you ask the Buccaneers, I don't know if the Buccaneers even try to sign Tom Brady next year. If they do, for me, it's just money. It's just about ticket sales. And I believe they're probably sold out for next year anyways. I think they forced, fans to pay that extra ticket. But other than money and selling tickets, the Buccaneers are not winning a Super Bowl with Tom Brady next year. They're not good enough. They weren't good enough this year. And next year, wait to see what happens to the team. I heard the Bucs are $43 million over the cap. What do you think is going to happen with less talent? Tom Brady may be the worst quarterback to be in there without an offensive line right now, where he is right now in his career. He can't move. So here's where we are. Brady and Evans really didn't mesh all year. One game. Other than that, it was off all year long. And you talk about the final destination for Brady. Well, we'll see if Brady wants to go somewhere. Give me two teams that would want Tom Brady right now for next year. Who would they be and who's their quarterback now? It doesn't make sense. Well, he maybe wants to go to the Niners. You're going to take Brock Purdy out, right? Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. The Raiders don't have an offensive line. You think he's going to look just like he does here? And that's not good. Brady had a 53 quarterback rating this season. And that's the worst of his career. Everybody said, he threw for 300 and something yards. I think he threw the ball 66 times. You throw the ball 66 times, people, you got to have 450 yards passing, period. It wasn't good. 66 times, I think 35 completions. Those are Tim Tebow numbers. You let Tim Tebow throw it 66 times. And I should be saying this in all due respect because, listen, he's the GOAT. But the GOAT ain't the GOAT no more, okay? At the end of the press conference, Tom thanked the media for the first time. He don't like the media. He thanked the media for the first time. That should tell you something. So the Tom Brady era is done here, okay? And it may be for the better that it's done right now because this team is going to go through a transformation now. And I said in social media, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it because the Buccaneers were asleep before Tom Brady got here. They were asleep. So here's where we are. We're a team that was 8-9, got shellacked in the first game of the playoffs, and whose future is questionable at best. The Bucs will not be a good football team next year. I think they know that. I think when you win a Super Bowl, a lot of times you have to sell your soul. The next couple of years, things happen to the Rams, happens to a lot of different people. And I think the Buccaneers are there. The Buccaneers are there right now. There's a lot of dead money. There's going to be dead money in Brady next year. They're $43 million over the salary cap. It just doesn't look great. And to be in the 19th week of the season, we played 17 games by week, 19th week of the season, and there was no continuity on our offensive line, our defensive line. There was no continuity between our quarterback and wide receiver. The play calling didn't have any continuity. I saw Tom Brady one time, and listen, I've been playing football since I was 7. And I think I know football. I watch it all the time. I as an offensive lineman, you sit there and you watch film all day. They called a play I've never seen in the history of the game before. Tom Brady faked the play, rolled out to his right, looked up, and all the receivers were on the left side of the ball. I've never seen that before. And he threw it, and there was 15 people standing on the ball when it came down. I don't get it. I'm not blaming Byron Leftwich, but that shit wasn't good this year. It just wasn't good. Period. Okay? We're throwing screens down 31-6. I mean, but that's what we were. That's what we were. We were the worst rushing team in the NFL. Go back and look and see how many times the worst rushing team in the NFL made the playoffs and see if they made any damn noise. When you get to the playoffs, you better be able to run the damn football. And you're even seeing now, if you go up 27-0 and you can't run the football, the other team's coming back. Watch. Because if you can't run the football, you're in trouble. So watching that game yesterday, it made me think and a little scared of the future. A little bit scared of the future. I think we knew it was coming, but I think we still thought there was a chance this year. I think we still thought maybe this year it was a possibility. But when it's all said and done, that's what the Bucs deserved, because that's what they were. Okay? That's what they were. Our defense was overrated. It was, okay? We shut down some teams, but tell me who their quarterback was. When we played legitimate quarterbacks, we got shredded. We did. We got shredded by legitimate quarterbacks, okay? And sure, Dak Prescott looked good, but our defense gave up almost no resistance whatsoever. Almost none. We suck in the trenches. It was good to have Ryan Jensen back, who was a warrior for real. Tore all 3 of the ligaments and came back in the same year. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know. But when you tear all your ligaments, that joker is wobbly. I don't know how the hell you get it back in 3 months and not have a surgery. He's weird, okay? He's definitely built different, mentally and physically. And I got love for anybody who comes back and does that. That is for sure. But we don't have that many good football players. And I'm telling you right now, everybody, let's talk about the future for a second. Once again, I watched football a long time. Joe Tryon-Schranker might be one of the worst football players I've ever seen. Go back and watch the film. It's hard to explain. Go back and watch the one play where Dak Prescott threw a touchdown rolling to his left, and he threw it back across his body. Go look and see what Joe Tryon-Schranker is. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Dak Prescott's probably 5 yards from the sideline to the left side. And Joe Tryon-Schranker might have been outside the hash on the other side. You're rushing the passer. So the tackle is stopping you from getting to the passer using the whole field. You can't get by him. Okay, listen. I love the Buccaneers. You don't think I want Joe Tryon-Schranker to be good? If you think he's good, then you don't know the game. Because he sucks. Sometimes he looks like a baby giraffe. Just kind of uncoordinated. What am I doing here? I don't get it. Okay? I'm going to say this. This is on Jason Light. I don't know why he's on the field. I have no idea. You think Joe Tryon-Schranker is going to be starting next year? I'm going to make a prediction. Nope. He might get cut next year. He might get cut next year because they don't give a shit anymore. They may cut him next year. And here's the reality of this season, people. Julio Jones sucked. Russell Gage sucked. All the tight ends sucked. JTS sucked. Akeem sucked. Donovan Smith, worse than sucked. Worse than sucked. And we didn't do nothing about it. They sat around. We're $43 million over the cap. Brady's going to be gone. Antoine Winfield Jr. is a free agent. Devin White's a free agent. Fournette's going to be gone. Donovan Smith's got to go. Ryan Jensen's not going to be here. You think this team's going to be good next year? Remember this now. When the season starts next year and you're trying to tell me this team's going to be good, I'm going to tell you it's not. Because it wasn't close to good this year. It wasn't close. And they're going to get worse next year. It has to happen. It's inevitable. Without Brady, and I'm going to say this too. Once again, I'm a Tom Brady fan the way he plays. I'm not sure we would have been better with Blaine Gabbert yesterday. How many points? We don't score points. The Buccaneers this year didn't score any points. So if you're a Brady fan, that's okay. But when you don't score points, since when has it not been the quarterback? Since today. So this is the future. It's not going to be all that bright. We were lucky to make the playoffs this year. Or the reality would have been, everybody would have been sitting home and Tom would have been like, I'm out of here. I got to go. I don't think they can franchise him. They can't do anything. They can't lock him up. It's time to move on. And I think last year, a dozen teams would have wanted Tom Brady at the end of the year. I'm not sure there's going to be one next year. I'm not sure. I don't know why you want to do that for 1 year. I mean, he defied age for 10 years. You're old at 35. He's 45. So let's not be shocked. He's 45. When I was 45, I could no longer run, jump, or do anything. He's 45 playing with 22-year-olds. Okay? It's got to end eventually, and I think we watched it end yesterday, unfortunately. If anybody wants to hit me up, it's Ian Beckles at radioinfluence.com. You can follow me Instagram, Ian_Beckles. I don't have any politics and stuff like that on. I like just like food and stuff like that. And other than that, In the Trench is going to continue to go. One love to Radio Influence for doing this and with the beautiful video. Everybody's enjoying it and on social media. So we're going to continue to do this in the offseason. Football does not stop. The Buccaneers do not stop. The NFL doesn't stop. So In the Trench is going to continue throughout the offseason. And there's something going on every single week. So I'm going to let you guys know. So it's over, but it's not over. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week, despite what happened yesterday. And be safe. Peace out.